Tuesday night and plenty to talk about. Craig Freeman at the desk with me. Good evening. Round one is done and dusted and we're getting stuck into the 6 senior divisions tonight. What a cracking opening weekend it was. It was a ripper.
Yeah, it was. It was great results all over the board. You saw all the youthies covered yesterday. Some great results. Great to see the young players back out.
Yeah.
A lot of new stars that are going to come out of the woodworks this year, I think.
Well, let's get stuck straight into it. Let's go to Division 2 Women. There were 6 games on the menu. There's the results from the weekend. Melbourne, fantastic start back in the competition. We mentioned Jenna Conroy last week. She had a ripper 30 points in that big win over Coburg. Courtney Newman had 31 and 7 for Coburg. She had a big weekend. So did Brianna O'Connor, had 25 and 6 in that game. More on her in a moment. Collingwood, what an upset over Melbourne Uni. That was a beautiful effort. Fantastic.
Yeah, Collingwood talking up their chances this year. I think they're confident going into this season. A 69-51 win over Melbourne Uni. We saw Mia Motta with 20 points leading the way. Sure, she's going to have another great season.
Jada Buggs, I think their import out there, had 14 and 15 in that one. Mornington went down at home to North East on the road. So the Bushies get one early in the season. That's great to see. Chloe Storer with 15 and 12 for the winners. Ash Wright had 16 and 10 for Mornington. Craigieburn too strong against Blackburn. Just some early danger signs there for Blackburn.
Yeah, would have thought
didn't play well.
Would have thought Blackburn would have been a little better than that, but Craigieburn take nothing away from them. Dominant there. Andrea Belmonte, the pocket rocket, as you call her for Blackburn, back into the season just as she finished at 12 points, 13 boards, 4 assists. Not sure how she gets 13 boards.
Well, she gets after it, Craig. That's what she does. Kelly Bailey Lynn started for Craigieburn, 13.7 rebounds, 4 assists. Has been a star in Big V for many, many, many years now. She is a stalwart of Craigieburn. It should be, if she's not a life member out there by now,
sign her up.
Certainly she will be at some stage in the future. Crow Bay, 80 points, defeated Sherbrooke 75. Brianna O'Connor, 31, 4 and 6 in that game. Rebecca Ross, 17 points, 24 rebounds for Sherbrooke.
Not a bad weekend for Brianna O'Connor.
A great weekend. So Coburg split the weekend, so good bounce back on Sunday. Keep an eye on Beck Ross, 24 rebounds in the opener for her for Sherbrooke's a good sign. And North East make it 2 from 2 from the weekend. So they played down at Mornington Saturday night, had to travel back home to take on Wallen on Sunday. Rebecca Guglielmino, we've heard plenty of her over the years, 14 and 7 for North East. Gemma Jackson had 13 for Wallen.
Can't underrate that start for North East, going on the road and getting the win and then coming back home and backing it up.
They might be the Smokies this season, Craig. I'd love to see them up there in finals. I'm sure we all would. Let's go to Division 1 Women. There's the results up on screen. Some great games. Mildura always tough to beat at home. I think Hawthorn only took 6 or 7 up there. Wasn't many, but the new import getting the job done there for Mildura, Alexis Gassion, had 17 and 10.
Yeah, she did.
Is it Gassion or Gassion?
Well, we know you're just going to make your mind up and call her whatever you want for the season. Yeah, I think that's the safest move. I'm going to say Gassion.
Okay, all right, I'll go with that. Warrnambool over Latrobe City, Molly McKinnon.
32 points on the weekend.
Very good. Alana Strong was good as well. 13 points, 23 rebounds. Mackenzie Miller, 18 and 12 for Latrobe City.
Interested to see Jade Melbourne out there with Latrobe City. Only 16 years old. She had 15 points and 7 rebounds.
How old?
I think she's about 16.
Okay.
So she's just played with the Sapphires. Could be a bright star to watch for.
Chelsea and Western Port. Kelly Gardner, 17 points in Chelsea's win. Adaria Munier, who is Western Port's import, 25 and 17, very good. Rachel Winters had 15 points, but did have 11 turnovers.
11 turnovers. It's not great.
Camberwell and Geelong. What a game this was. This went into OT. Geelong had this game stitched up. Early in the third, they had this game stitched up, and Camberwell just stormed home and took it in OT. Great win. 2
of the best teams in the division, I think it's fair to say. High scoring game. Would have been a great one to watch if you were out there. Talia Higgs, huge with 29 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists.
Has had a couple of seasons off. Was it Waverley prior to that? Had a couple of seasons off. She signed up for Camberwell and has started in a blaze of glory.
Got all the talent in the league there. Nicole Swan, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals. And Geelong, Nat Hughes with 23 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists and 3 steals. Stuff in the stat sheet.
Very good. Warrandyte dropping down a division. Not a great start for them. Just shot terribly.
33 points.
Terribly.
All game. And Werribee only scored 49 themselves. So
it's not often that you'll score 49 and win a game.
And win a game comfortably by 16 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Kershaw with 11 points for Warrandyte. Sam Moody 13 points, 18 rebounds for Werribee. Good start for the Devs. Warrandyte a little bit of soul searching to do this week. And finally, Whittlesea and Casey. Now, from all reports, this was a very physical game.
Yeah, as I'm sure a lot of Casey's games are going to be this year. They got off to a good start with a 72-64 win over Whittlesea. Tenali Hood straight into it with Casey, 17 points, doing what she does best.
Hayley Munro 10 and 8 for Whittlesea. She, of course, is the captain coach. Rightio, let's go on to state champ women now. Some good games and some big names playing, but still some big names to come into the competition. Yeah,
we're waiting on a few imports to get over here, but still lots of talent out on the floor. We saw Southern Penn against Knox. Southern Penn aren't at full strength yet. As we know, they're going to be playing a very young team most weeks, but even younger than normal this week. And Knox's experience just got them over the line.
Yeah, they stormed home. They put in a very good effort, the Raiders. A little bit of a concern, maybe an injury to Beck Ott. Leah Santamaggio had 13, Ott had 13, Lucy Dawson had 14 rebounds, Peyton Little 19 points for Southern Penn. Thought the Sharks were going to get that. They looked good.
Yeah, they did. Good signs. Leah Santamaggio playing in the champ, playing a lot of minutes off the bench. Looks like their sixth man, a bit of a go-to scorer off the bench for them.
Sunbury and Hume City. Sunbury raising that championship banner, get the win easily. Orla O'Reilly with 23, Chelsea Burns 11.6 rebounds. Viv Sard had 14 for Hume City. Bulleen and McKinnon. Bulleen with a couple of imports still to come in. McKinnon were missing Ariel Thomas, of course. But a thumping win by the Cougars on the road.
Great signs from McKinnon, because last year, if you could call him out for anything, was being a little too reliant on Ariel.
Yeah.
Great signs to see them win that comfortably without her. She's just going to add strength to that team.
Caitlin Cunningham had 14 points for Bulleen. Great to see Caitlin Cunningham back playing in the competition. Looking forward to that this season. Michelle Joy 16 for McKinnon. Bridget Deary 16. Saray Taylor, not mentioned there, but had a double-double. Great young player that McKinnon has picked up. Keep an eye on her, Craig.
I know you're very high on her this season.
Very good player this season. Waverley and Ringwood, this was the showdown we were looking forward to. Ringwood get it by 10 on the road. The two imports having a big impact.
Yeah, Desiree Ramos, 21 points, 6 rebounds. And Cassidy Mihalko, 20 points and 6 rebounds. We know Ringwood just do such a good job of finding the right people to plug into their team. Bowen
had 20 and 12 for Waverley. Van der Zag against her former club had 13. No Tegan Cunningham yet. Not too far away. Ringwood 84, got a double on the weekend, defeated Keilor 73, Mihalko 27, Ramos 23, Mine King 12 and 16. Erin Bowman 23 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks for Keilor. The big thing that I took out of this, Keilor is going to be competitive.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. Keilor, massive games from Ringwood and their top tier talent. For Keilor to stick that close and show that talent, I think they're going to be a competitive team all year round.
Yep, I like it. Eltham got Bulleen by 4 on the weekend, so a slow start for Bulleen. We know they've got players to come in. Bontempelli had 23, Kiddo 15. Meg Dargan was very, very good, nearly a triple-double in that game. Tara Blair had 19 for Bulleen.
I think Bulleen definitely going to struggle at the start of this year. Not only are they missing their imports to come, but Lauren Pearce not in the lineup yet and Cara Tasari leaving. So
I heard the other day that Lauren Pearce may not be playing this season.
Really?
So keep an eye on that one. And as you said, Tasari has gone as well. Let's go to Division 2 men. There's the results for you. A very entertaining opening round. Take us through it, Craig.
So we saw Sherbrooke get the win over Maccabi, who are back in the league, 78-65. Nick Spicer with 25 points. Travis Julian with 19, 9 and 6. Great start. He is the import. Jared Mintz for Maccabi, 18 points and 12 rebounds. We all know he can play.
Great to see Mincy back in the competition. Southern Penn got up over Pakenham by 3. Vossi had 19 and 12. James Bond had 17 for Southern Peninsula. Jordan Jacatine, 14. Brad Bridgewater, 12 rebounds for Pakenham. Tight little game.
Two of the powerhouses of the comp out there at Div 2.
Mildura 88 defeated Altona 74. Tough place to win. Kelvin Henry back doing his thing, 25 and 11. Dallas Brown had 21. They will be the go-to players for Mildura this season. Paddy Green 21 for Coburg. Nathan Corey had 16 for Altona. Melton and Coburg. Coburg big on the road first up.
Yeah, huge win over Melton. As you said before, Pat Green with 21 points, 5 rebounds. Jordan Harding with 16 points for Coburg. Really well-rounded effort there from Coburg. Jordan Kirk with 16 for Melton. Coburg were very strong there, big win.
Coburg's biggest deficiency in recent seasons has been consistency. If they can be consistent this season, they'll be a team to watch. They've got some good players there. North East 67 went down to Wallen 89. This was close early, and then Wallen cleared out. Luke Lessegang had 18 points for Wallen. Liam Wright had an absolute ripper for the Bushies with 28.
Might be a little injury concern from Wallen with their import.
Ooh.
Nothing confirmed yet, but I think he did leave the game.
Okay, you got a whisper there, fine. Coburg, a second win for the weekend, beating Sherbrooke by 2. Paddy Green had 18, Moimba Maluma 16, Eric Miraflores 23 for Sherbrooke. So Coburg start with a couple. Maccabi couldn't back it up. They couldn't win a game on the weekend, I should say. They lost their second, went down to Craigieburn by 8. Damon Smith, 23 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists for Craigieburn. Keep an eye on him.
Blue carpet lock with lines like that.
And finally, Pakenham went down to Camberwell. So Pakenham lose a couple on the weekend. Slow start. Josh Bajalan, rightio, fair enough, had 19 points. Brad Bridgewater, 15 for Pakenham. See your eyes roll there. What an absolute beauty. Nate O'Hara had 19 and 11 for Camberwell. So Camberwell up by 8. Now, a lot of news out of Camberwell.
Yep.
First of all, Mark Jeffers is coaching them. I like that.
Is he?
Well, he did on the weekend, so I like that. The other one is Kevin Anstey played on the weekend. The Vulture is back. 4 years, I reckon, he hasn't run around a basketball court for. Great to see
Some
the
great
Vulture.
stories out of Camberwell this
Great
weekend.
to see the Vulture back for Camberwell. Look forward to watching him right throughout the season. Well done. They win first up. Let's go to D1 men.
Yeah, and we see Warrnambool kicking us off. They were great last year and they did not skip a beat. Mr. Javier Blunt, as you call him, 44 points, 10 rebounds and 4 steals. What a way to start the season.
Yeah, Gainsey had 17 and 10. James Crockett, Davey is his name, down there at Latrobe City. Davey Crockett had 36 points. The imports went head to head. If you're a Latrobe City fan, may have been a loss first up, but don't panic. It's okay. Hard place to win. It's the longest trip in Big V. Davey Crockett looks like a ripper.
And the key for Latrobe is still getting the rest of the team up to that level, because last year they had some ripping imports as well and they still struggled in some games.
Here's the big one for me. Warrandyte smashed Sunbury. I've got a question for you on this. Mitch Hawley had 20 for Warrandyte, David Moore 14 and 18, Jed O'Reilly 17 for Sunbury. Does that game say more about Warrandyte or more about Sunbury?
I think Sunbury.
Wow. Warrandyte, great first up effort. They've still got some players to come in as well. Chelsea 90 defeated Western Port 74. Frosty the Snowman had 27 and 7 for Chelsea. Corey Standover just doing his thing, 25 and 16, 9 assists. Dylan Travis, good little pick up there for Western Port, import. For Western Port, he's an import. 39, 10 and 7 steals. Western Port may have gone down, but they went down to a very good team.
Yeah, one of the best teams in the comp, and I think, like you said, with James Crockett and Latrobe, you've got to be happy that your import can do things like that, because you're going to be in a lot of games and you're going to be competitive this year.
Scored more than half of their points though, so maybe Western Port need a couple to go with him. Whittlesea went down to Bulleen. Bulleen on the road by 3. Nice. Luke Hughes 20. I think he came off the pine on the weekend, Hughes. You probably need to put him into the starting lineup pretty soon there at Bulleen, I would have thought. Brad Hassel had 21 for Whittlesea. Collingwood. Everyone has written them off in the pre-season and said there'll be no good in Division 1. Collingwood's gone, hey, we'll stick it right up here, and they did that in round 1. Great win, All Stars. Well done.
Great win. Great to see him win first up. I will put a damper on it and say...
Come on, don't do that.
Melbourne were missing a lot of good players.
Craig, you can only
I'm not
play
denying
against,
that.
You can only play against who runs
Good
out.
win. Good win.
Great win.
But they had to win that.
Great win. I'm taking nothing away from them. Manny Hendricks had 22.
A couple of young players playing for Collingwood did very well on the weekend too. Dengdub, Nathian, Manuel.
Well, they dominated in youthies as well. Bajanic had 23 and 10 for Melbourne Uni. Well done, All-Stars. Sunbury went down to Chelsea on Sunday. Not a great start for the Jets on the weekend. Stander for 27 and 10. Matty Brasser had 20. Frosty the Snowman had 19. Big weekend for him. Jed O'Reilly 32 for Sunbury. Danger signs for the Jets, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think they need probably first things first, they're scoring not too badly. I think they need to get some stops out there.
Well, they only got 58 on Saturday night.
Maybe they need to work on both sides of the ball.
Keysborough 76 defeated Geelong 59. Johnny Closter with 23 for Keysy. Good start for them. And finally, Bulleen split the weekend, went down to Shepparton on Sunday. Shepparton's going to be a good team. Keep an eye on them. Spencer Coleman, 32 and 16. Looks a ripper. Cam Vines, 18 and 12. Luke Hughes leading the way for Bulleen again with 16 points.
Looking for Bulleen, Thad Barmel to lift his game a little more. Very quiet first 2 games. Only played 18 minutes in his first game as well. Played 30 in the next, but expect him to ramp up his effect on the game.
And last but not least, let's move on to state champ men. It was a fantastic opening round. 6 games on the menu, 3 Saturday night, 3 Sunday, and some interesting results first up. There they are up on screen for you.
Yeah, we saw Hawthorn get off to a great start against Hume City. You were high on them in pre-season. They came in and proved that straight away. Nelson Kirksey with 21 and 6. ABK with 17 points for Hawthorn as well.
Lee Jecker had 16 for Hume City. I do like the Magic. I am high on them. Knox went down to Eltham on Saturday night. Scrappy game from all reports. Knox down by as many as 30, I believe. They shot at 30%. Justin Ava, 21. Benny Waldron, 20 and 12. Chris Cameron, 20 and 11. Eltham, plenty of go-to players.
Yeah, but unfortunately, might be some sadder news out of Eltham. Hopefully it is wrong, but Trevor Lee may have missed that game.
I think so. I heard a bit of a whisper that he was going to miss due to illness. We hope, if that's the case, and he was missing, we hope for a speedy recovery. He's an absolute gun, Trev Lee. McKinnon got the win against Casey, down by as many as 17 in this game, McKinnon, but got up by 7, stormed home. Dylan Stith, who's just was reigning MVP. Gun of a player, 27 and 15. Ivan Platnick, the destroyer, had 19. Tamada had 15. Brandon Polk, 20 points in that one for Casey.
Yeah, nice pick-up Tamada for McKinnon, and they've still got an import to come in.
Yes, still an import to come in. 3 games on Sunday. Keilor, good start to life at state champ men level.
Yeah, they look at home. They're getting a comfortable win over Corio Bay, 79 to 62. Jordan Coleman was great in Div 1 and showed that he can be great in state champ as well with 21 points and 10 rebounds.
Grand final rematch on Sunday, Ringwood and Waverley out there at Waverley. It was the Hawks getting up by 8. Low scoring game, 61-69. A lot of defence there. Adrian Sturt, 21 and 14 for Waverley. For Ringwood, Jacob Gibson just picking back up where he left off.
Great to see him back in the league this year.
Yes, Gibbo had 28 and 7. Sean Clark, he's going to have a lot of double-doubles this season. 18 and 10 for Ringwood. So the Hawks get the rematch and start off their three-peat season in style. And finally, Werribee and Blackburn. Werribee get it at home. High scoring, 210 points in that game.
Yeah, very high scoring game. We saw Kona Koulis with 33 points, 13 boards.
Yes.
Got to the line 19 times and hit 16 of them, so you don't mind that. Deng Chan with 15, 10 and 5 for Werribee as well. We saw Brendan Torella pick up where he left off. Very good player with 27 points, 10 boards, 6 assists, 4 steals. I think Blackburn coming up have shown they're going to be very, very competitive. Keilor have shown that they're a really good team. This league is going to be tough.
Well, I think Werribee's going to push for finals. So Blackburn, very competitive first up, not too far away. So as you said, state champ men is tough. There's no doubt about it. So that's the opening round, done and dusted, all the senior divisions. Now back here tomorrow night, you're with me, Steve's with me. Going to have a bit of fun tomorrow night and on Thursday as well. We are picking our fantasy teams for season 2018 in the Big V. Those that we think, if we converted it over into NBA fantasy or super coach, whatever you want to call it, players that we think would just accumulate points for us.
So we are limited at 2 imports, 10 players. Will be fun to see how they turn out.
Women tomorrow, men on Thursday. Make sure you join us for that right here on Big V TV. See you then.